And we're back, baby.
2026.
We did it.
We made it.
We made it. It's the first pod of 2026. Apologies that we haven't been back. We've been very busy, you and I, with our holidays, family, visiting.
Gifts, wrapping.
My God.
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Oh,
Do you do fireworks or do you go to fireworks?
No. We shot off probably about 50 bottle rockets, like huge ones. Like they were huge. Oh yeah, right in front of my house.
How are your how are your neighbors liking that? They're like, I love the holidays.
So
I'm gonna have to bleep that out. I said your last name.
Nah, it's fine. So
everybody, get them.
Firing off fireworks. Like I had this box thing. It was probably like the size of like a PlayStation, and it shot out like 64 like huge things up into the sky. And then we still had the bottle rockets. And I'm telling you, these things, they were like the size of like Pringles cans, like the rocket on it. It was great. And the best part is that no one else was shooting bottle rockets in our direction, so there was no firework trash in our yard or anything like that. So it was great. It was great. It was so cold, but it was great.
Yeah. So it's a thing. People do it.
It's a German thing. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, 100%. Got it. Okay.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, here if I did it, they would be very not very happy.
Oh yeah, no.
I would have sirens. I'd have the popo, as the kids say, knocking on the door. I think.
No, we gotta bring it in big. We were drinking champagne, shooting off fireworks, and it was great. You know, we have a retirement home like down the street from us. I don't know how that worked out for them. Hopefully they were sleeping, but there was a lot of fireworks going off around us. It wasn't just us.
Well, if it's cultural, it probably brought back memories for those guys.
Absolutely.
You know, the days when I used to shoot rockets. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, mine wasn't. I'm trying to think. Like, I had fun, but we went to go see the Stranger Things finale in the movie theater. My daughter and I went, and that was a lot of fun. Is Stranger Things popular in Germany at all?
Listen. Yeah. I've been in this conspiracy theory thing about an episode 9 coming out. Have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, you need to talk to your daughter about it. I'm sure she's catching it on whatever she's on. You know, MySpace or whatever the kids are using.
She is very in tune, but she didn't tell me.
There's supposed to be a separate episode coming out on January 7th. And that the final episode that came out on New Year's wasn't the final episode. That's the conspiracy theory. Oh yeah.
But it was so wrapped. I don't want to. I'm not gonna. Don't worry, guys. No spoilers here. If you haven't watched, so I'm not gonna say anything. But I thought it wrapped up very nicely. You know what I mean? Like it wrapped up. So I can't really imagine.
Well, there was a lot of weird stuff that happened in that episode that didn't make sense. So. We'll see. If it comes out tomorrow, we'll see.
You know what? Forget the footy. Let's sit here and talk about the
Stranger Things.
But that was my New Year's. No fireworks. We did that, and then we came back, and then we all, just like we had the Martinellis. Like those are our champagne. We're an alcohol-free home.
Okay.
Right. Except for me.
We're in Germany, so we're all everybody was drinking. Everybody was drinking. Oh yeah. It was great though.
You were talking about the gym beforehand. What I'm doing is I'm going to do a longevity and see how long I can go without the beers.
Yeah.
No beers.
I tried. It lasted 5 days. I tried 5 days.
I'm on day 5 now because I did. No, I guess it's day 6. I started January 1st. Yeah. So that's my gym. My gym is let's chill. Yeah. Bring the weight down a little bit, get the calorie count down. That's my New Year's resolution. We'll see how it goes. I've gone. I think the longest I've gone is about 6 months. So,
oh wow,
yeah. You're a new person by 6 months. I'm telling you.
This is true.
This
is true.
I read a ton. I exchange beers in the evening to waking up really early, and I read just a ton of books for 6 months. And then beer Joao comes back, and then the books.
The books go on hiatus for a little bit.
Yeah, they go on hiatus for a little bit. Yeah, if you look at my Goodreads, like there's a gap there. It's like, no books read. Man. It's good seeing you, Rob. I'm glad that we're back. We're back.
You and me
we're
both.
going to be as consistent as hell.
Absolutely. With
every Tuesday, baby.
Yes, sir.
And if not Tuesday, every week.
Every week.
Every week. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll surprise some people sometimes with twice a week.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Exactly.
A little quick one.
Yeah. 2026 surprise. I like it.
Absolutely. it's a big year for footy this year. So
Yeah,
huge year.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yep,
yeah. No, it's
got to
nuts.
give the fans what they want.
Before we jump into 2026, I think we should do sort of like a 2025 wrap up.
Yep,
A wrap up.
yep.
So I'm gonna ask you, Rob. I'm gonna ask you. Are you ready for this? You ready to get
Yes, sir.
grilled?
Let's do it.
Footy grilled.
Let's do it.
If you had to decide what your favorite game, whether you're physically there, and you can do two different ones. You can do
Hmm.
I was physically there. This was my favorite game,
Yeah.
or game you watched on TV. You had to choose one in 2025, or two, because it's either physical and sometimes you can have a different experience at home.
Yep.
What would it be? What would
So
it be,
I
Rob?
definitely have those two. The one that I was not able to watch, I was actually at a wedding. So I guess I kind of watched it on TV a little bit, was when VfB won the German Cup in Berlin against, I don't even remember who we played now. That's crazy. Oh, Arminia Bielefeld. That's right. We won that game 4-2. It's the first time in 17 years that Stuttgart had won a trophy, so it was
Wow,
huge. And I'm at a wedding with a bunch of VfB fans, so the wedding we were in the reception portion,
I
and
remember
everybody
this.
just
Yeah,
starts cheering. Everybody's going crazy. It was great. It was just like the culmination of something that we've been chasing for such a long time. And I'm part of this American group, and people were sending texts and on Discord, and everybody was virtually hugging everybody. And like I'm sure there were some tears or whatever. But that game, because I went into that so nervous, and then knowing that I wasn't going to be able to really watch it. And I was like, we can't lose this. But everybody, it seemed like the entire country was cheering for the other team because they were a small team. They were in the third division at the time. And, nobody really wanted to see Stuttgart win it except for, the true Stuttgart fans. So that's one. That was one. The other game, this was huge for me because I never thought I'd get to see it, but I got to see Germany play against Portugal in Munich and got to see Cristiano Ronaldo in person.
oh yeah,
And I took my little one with
the
me.
goat. You heard me, the goat.
He's up there. And got to take my little one. He's enamored with Cristiano Ronaldo. Never thought we'd get to see him in person, and I can't express how like crazy my son was. Now this game was terrible. It was raining. Like we were kind of just under the awning, but it didn't matter. The rain was coming from every single direction. Weather was great walking to the stadium, whatever. And then the game was kind of delayed like 10 minutes because of the rain, and then they during halftime, it like poured and it was just crazy. Did get to see Ronaldo score. Unfortunately, Germany lost, but it was cool to be able to see Ronaldo in person before he retires. So
Yeah,
those are my two for
that's
2025.
amazing. And I remember I went to like a Miami FC LAFC game. I had a chance to like sell my tickets for $1 bajillion. This is when I had season tickets, but I
Yep.
wanted to see Messi.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Even me, I wanted to see the guy in person, and I thought this may be the only chance that I'll actually get to see him. But I noticed that like every time he touched the ball, there was like almost like static electricity in the
Oh
in the
yeah.
entire stadium. Like
Yeah.
every single person was like, like whether you were a fan or not a fan, whether you're LAFC or Miami, everyone just like there was like almost like a noise, like every time he touched the ball, like everybody was like extra attention.
Yeah.
Was that the same case for like
Oh,
with Ronaldo? Like everybody,
100%.
yeah, yeah.
100%. And
The
even though he
power of those
lost,
guys yield.
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, those are my two. Those are huge matches for me. I wish I could have been to Berlin. I had a plan to go. Didn't end up getting tickets. That's why I didn't. And I had this wedding, so I wasn't gonna miss out on that.
Yeah,
But
I like the wedding
yeah.
one where like like the bride coming up to you like, oh, you're crying. I know it's it's very emotional for us too, Rob. I didn't know you cared so much. And you're like, Stuttgart won.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, yeah.
But what about you? What are your two matches
God.
for 2025?
Uh, there is two. One is foggy, and I'll start with that one. There was a Liverpool game, and if I was a good podcaster and a prepared person, I would have like the game and who they played and what day it was and all that jazz and who scored and that sort of thing. But it was like very early season, and this is like right when Liverpool was playing very iffy, which they still are today. But they were like losing, they were like winning in the very like last embers of the game. Like
Yeah.
they would just like somehow steal the points at like the very end of like every game. There was one particular one where Rio, who's like this 16-year-old kid on Liverpool, and he hasn't really played ever since, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, he's brought him on a couple times, and I'm actually excited because there's an FA Cup game coming up this weekend. I think maybe he won't play the A team, so might be able to get to see him. But yeah, he sealed the deal at the end of the game. But it was like such a beautiful play, and how they just kind of infiltrated, if you will, the defense, and it was just one of those like beautiful like pass, like tiki-taki kind of scenarios. It was just beautiful footy, and then having that like 16-year-old kid, slam the ball in and to win the game was so exciting. And maybe there's like show notes. I don't want to sit here and scroll backwards on my app here to find the game, but that was probably the best on TV. Sitting in my living room early mornings watching. But I guess the probably the best one I would have to say is just the Napoli game, and not really because of the result. If you watched that at home, you'd never remember this game ever. It was a 0-0 against who are those guys? The German guys.
Frankfurt.
Yeah, Frankfurt. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, I'm already forgetting, but it was the atmosphere. It was being in the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, in Naples, and
iconic stadium.
Yeah, and it was my first European game live, and just to experience, again the fandom, the cultural fandom that you don't really get here. You get like, again, it's you get a fanatic in the U.S., I think. But, I mean, we're talking about, teams that are could be 100 years old or more. And, like, there's a culture and there's history there. So, like, you really felt that. So that was the atmosphere was amazing. The songs that they sang and just, like, every play. And it's the entire stadium. It's not just the supporting crowd, which we have here, so usually just the supporting crowd and everybody else is like just sitting there drinking their beer and watching the game. It's like it's the entire stadium. So that was great. That I would say that obviously that would be. I went to a lot of games this year. I think I beat you. And one game, right? When we
Oh yeah, you got one more game than me.
On the whatever app.
Footballogy, yep.
Yeah, the Footballogy app. I got one game ahead of you. I was very surprised with that. But anyway, I think that was absolutely 100%. My game of 2025.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Do you have any? Good.
I live in Europe and I have never been to a Champions League game. So
you gotta go.
I do have to go, but hopefully, my team will make it and I can afford to be able to go because they always scoop up the tickets or make the prices a little. Yeah,
no, they do
out of our range.
The whole Champions League song and everything.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, it's awesome. I had just missed it. Like I heard the song as we were still getting into the stadium, even though we were there almost like an hour before. It just took forever to get into the stadium, and so you actually heard the Champions League sign while we're kind of walking in. That was really, really cool. I was very excited. Yeah.
My plan is to go to more games this year. I want to get to at least like 15. I'm
we should
probably
compete.
Go to some. What's that?
We should compete. You and I.
We should.
It's like who goes to those games?
I'm gonna try to go see Stuttgart as often as I can, but there's a lot of local teams near me too. Like the city that I work in has a team. They're like in the 5th tier, I think, or something like maybe 6th.
Yeah.
I've been to one of their games, and it wasn't bad. It was it was like kind of college level. But then there's also another team that's in the 4th division that's probably about 45 minutes away from me, where my sister-in-law lives, that we may go to. So, yeah, me and the boys. I don't think my wife will be interested at all. But my plan is just to see more footy this year in person.
I agree.
Yeah.
And for me, there's the closest when I went through sort of like the rabbit hole of the U.S. pyramid of soccer.
Mm-hmm.
I found that the closest USL game to me is in Orange County. Yep. So which is like, and it's always on a Saturday, so it takes the traffic on the 5 here I think it can. I want to say about 100 hours, 1 hour and 52 hours, 210 sometimes just to get down there. Like on a Sunday, an hour, with no traffic. But a Saturday, it's always a pain. So like I had season tickets last year, which I did not renew this year, only because like I was gung ho in the beginning, and then like it's just it's with life
Yeah.
and as life goes, and then like
Yeah.
to motivate yourself on a Saturday, you're like, ugh,
Yeah.
I gotta do that 2 hour trek. You zip back home, but I'm like,
But getting there,
But I
yeah.
do want to go to more games. So that's the closest. We don't have like another. We have LAFC, which is
Yeah.
MLS. We got
Is
Galaxy,
that
which is like
closer to you?
it is was it's you can
Okay.
you actually the transportation or public transportation in Los Angeles isn't amazing.
Yeah.
But you can. The way I describe it is that it's like in New York, the crazies drive the train with the
Mhm.
normal, like with the populace. The people who are going to
Yeah.
work, going to play. In
Yeah.
LA, you drive the train. you drive on the train with the crazies. Like the crazies
Okay.
own the subway,
Yeah.
so it is a little. It's gotten better over the years, but that's literally it. Like people drive more here, obviously, so they
Yeah.
don't. It's not like a thing that you don't. Let's pop on the train. We'll go to like you don't really do that. You go
Yeah.
through the traffic. You pay the $60 parking and that sort of thing. So,
Oh,
but when I
man.
had season tickets, I'm not going to be dropping $60 every weekend to
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
park. So we were taking the train down there. So to answer your question, yes, it's a lot closer,
Closer, yeah.
and it only takes about like 45 minutes to kind of get
Yeah.
down there. Yeah. But
See,
there's nothing else. There's
what,
really
yeah.
nothing else.
When I
Yeah.
was living in San Antonio, the stadium was maybe 20 minutes. Everything in San Antonio
Mm.
was like 20 minutes away. It was 20
Amazing.
minutes away. The
Uh,
parking was free.
yeah. Orange County
Yeah.
Soccer
Oh
Club.
man.
It's free. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's free.
And they won the USL one year while I was there. I didn't see that game. I did see the semifinal. But they won it. And it's the first time I've been in a city aside from New York when they actually won like the league championship. And it was
Yeah.
huge. I would love going to those games.
Yeah.
It's not like going to Stuttgart games. It's just
Yeah.
not. But it was great to be able to be there, be close to the field. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, it's like
I do like
super.
USL.
Yeah, it's like super intimate. Like the stadiums are smaller. Doesn't matter where you sit in the
Yeah.
stadium. You're there. You're like practically on the pitch, and you
Yeah.
can see and feel and hear absolutely everything that's going on. Crowds are a little bit more family oriented, so it's like, let's
Yeah,
just go to a soccer
absolutely.
game this weekend with the
Yeah.
kids, and like the kids are often sometimes like running around. I'm like, pay attention in my head. I'm like, watch the
Yeah.
game.
Watch
It's a
the
corner
game.
kick. What are you doing, kid? What are you doing? Kids aren't paying attention, like so it's a little bit like it's something to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where like LAFC, it's a little bit more fandom. You're going there to
Yeah.
and then obviously like the ticket prices are just completely different. Where I think USL's maybe $25,
Yeah.
like my season tickets were like nothing, like
Yeah.
I think it was 17 games and I think maybe each seat was maybe like $23. So you
Oh
do
man.
the
Yeah,
math on
that's
that. It's like
that's nice.
yeah. So it's really
That's
where like
nice.
LAFC. I think it went up every year, and I think my each seat was like 60, which isn't horrible. But it
That's
was
not
like
bad. Yeah,
it was
but
like about like 60 something. I'm sure it's like way. This was about 2 years now. Now I'm sure every seat's like 80
yeah,
bucks or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah. And is LA's did they build that stadium for them or was that already there?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, they did. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So you gotta pay for that
Yeah,
state.
I went.
Gotta
I
pay
went
for
to
the stadium.
the that was like an original member. They actually did an
Yeah.
event where you can go before they put down the grass and everything. They're still like doing the construction. We had to give us
Mm.
hard hats and everything.
Oh, see, that's cool.
We did a tour before like the seats were even in their spots and everything. Yeah, it was very very cool. Yeah.
Oh, see, that
Yeah,
is cool.
they
Yeah.
built it. They built it. Yeah, they built it in the heart of Los Angeles. It's
And see, I want to have something like that, but my team, my number one, they've been around since 1893, so I kind of missed that boat a little bit. But yeah, if they ever do a new stadium, which I doubt, because over here a lot of the stadiums are like in the middle of the
yeah.
city, and there's not parking garages around them, even parking spots. But if they were to rebuild the stadium in a new location, I think I would probably try to get in on that somehow. Get a season ticket, maybe get my name on a brick or something like that on the walk up.
Do it.
I mean, that'd be great. Yeah.
Get
So.
Soccerholics on a brick out there.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that'd be great, right? That would be great. I'm thinking. I'm seriously because I have stickers made up for the 90 plus extra time podcast, which I haven't done an episode in forever. I'm thinking about getting stickers made up for us and plastering them in every location that I go to over here in
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
So
Do
yeah,
it.
I
Do
gotta
it.
change my face on the
Yeah.
on the logo. I feel like I look a little
You know,
cross-eyed.
all right, and this might disappoint a lot of people, but it is AI. And it is a temporary logo, so we can get the pod going. My daughter is very anti AI, and so
Oh,
she's annoyed that we even used it. But I'm like, again, it's just temporary. Don't
yeah.
worry. Yeah. So I mean, that doesn't look like me. I don't look anything like that guy.
That's true. That's true.
I look like who's that famous Mets player? Was it Hernandez?
Oh, Fernandez? Yeah.
Fernandez, yeah, it looked like
Yeah.
freaking Fernandez in that thing. Yeah, so it's funny. I did one for like the if you actually look very carefully next time you're on your phone on the for the Christmas
Oh,
post
yeah, I
that I
saw
did.
that.
If you look
Yeah.
very carefully, because I asked AI, I put a candy cane in the beer, and kids pointed out like the candy cane's like doesn't even touch the beer. Like there's like a gap, like it's not even in it. It kind of looks like it when you look at it. It looks like it's in it. And
Yeah,
also, if you
yeah.
look at your jersey, the USA,
Yeah.
like the A is like a U.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, it's fine. No
Yeah,
one will
it
notice.
works.
It's
It
fine. It's
works.
fine.
We need people listening. They don't need to be looking,
Yeah, exactly,
until we get the
exactly.
stickers made. Once we get stickers
At
made,
some
then
point,
that's it.
we'll,
Yeah.
we'll get a new one, and we gotta get one of us. It's you and me. We're
Absolutely.
gonna be at a
Yep.
game one day, and
Yep.
that'll be the podcast cover. All right, it's gonna
100%.
happen. It's
100%.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all ripped from going to the gym every day, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
slim down from my diluted beer intake. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I gotta see how much longer I can go. The beer is what kills me. It's not the food.
Oh yeah, I mean the calories
The
on top
beer.
of the food you eat. Oh,
Yeah.
forget about it. I can
Okay.
write a book. I can go. I go from two. The highest I go is like 228. Okay, down
Mhm.
to like 170.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
From just like
Wow.
getting rid of the beers and then
Getting rid of it.
just like obviously like doing a little bit more calorie count. 'Cause beer makes, and we can have a whole podcast on this, but like
Absolutely.
beer makes you eat too. So
It
like
does.
you
No,
eat
that's
beer
true.
and
You
you eat
want a
food.
snack, and
Yeah,
yeah, that's
forget
true.
about it. And it's just
Yeah.
storing that fat. It's just storing
Yeah.
it. It's like I don't need it anymore.
For,
I'm just gonna put it
for,
over here. I'm gonna put it on the side. I'm gonna put it on the left side and the right side
and the back.
and the boobs. I'm gonna put some store some in the boob area.
Oh
That's me.
man.
That's me.
Hopefully people are still listening. But hey,
Maybe not.
it's New Year's. It's New
Yeah,
Year's.
exactly. All
Um,
right.
so one of the things that I'm sure you saw this, I put it in the show notes,
Let
not
me
for you
look at
guys
those.
listening, um, but I put a calendar year table for the Premier League and for the Bundesliga. Now, this is not an exact science. It's you know, just games played from January 1st to December 31st. Some teams played, more games than others. And obviously, if you look at the bottom of the table, those teams are newly promoted. So they either fell out of the league or this is their first year in the Premier League. But Arsenal,
Wait, these are predictions?
no, no, no.
Oh,
This
okay.
is
I was
this is
I was
for
looking at the points here. The 80,
no.
83.
Yeah, this is for games played in calendar year 25. So you had the end of last season and for the games for this current season.
Okay,
So
got it.
you got Arsenal on top. They won the year in the Premier League with 83 points. Man City was in second with 80.
Boo.
But Man City played two less games than Arsenal. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Interesting.
it is. It's pretty wild when you look at it.
What do you think is
Uh,
going to happen now? We're in the second, not quite the second half of of the season yet, but like here we are in 2026. We've seen what we've seen in 2025
yep.
for English Premier. Has anything changed? Was last in 2025? Rob was like Liverpool, definitely Liverpool, and now things have you changed your mind though just a little bit?
So I will say, um, I think Man City is not going to win the league. They're 6 points now behind Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Man City doesn't need to worry about Arsenal right now. Man City needs to worry about Aston Villa. Aston Villa has the same amount of points as Man City right now. And I don't know what game it was that I watched them, but they looked good. Like
Yeah.
Aston Villa, I mean, I never really watched them play, but I watched some game recently, and I was pretty amazed actually at how good they are. I want to say they came from behind to beat whoever it was that they were playing. Now I don't remember. Like I
Ollie
said,
Watkins, man, Ollie Watkins. That's
yeah.
the dude.
it was this past Saturday. They played against Nottingham Forest, which, say what you will about Nottingham Forest,
Yeah.
but I think that game, I want to say they scored two of those goals late. No, they didn't. Maybe that was the end of the half or something. I don't remember. But yeah, they look really, really good. I mean, I'm actually surprised when I looked at the table after it. I was like, oh my God, like, it's like it's the new year. How are they still where they're at?
Yeah.
And looking at the teams that are below them, especially like Chelsea, who just fired their manager, which I think was kind of stupid. And so did Man United. Both fired their managers, which I think was kind of stupid. This early, I think let them finish out the season.
Yeah.
There's no possibility of those guys getting relegated. So just let them finish it out, see what they can do. And then if you need a fresh start, there's no better time to do it than after the World
The
Cup.
Chelsea one was weird because they brought in a dude from, I think he was managing a French team
Hmm. Yep.
that is like that finished in the seventh spot.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that must have been just really been a personal thing. Like they just weren't getting along with him.
Yeah.
Amrin, I
But
don't know. I every single game I'm like,
yeah,
is this the day? Is
but
this the
he
day?
but he also got like this nod of confidence from the owner, or one of the owners at
Yeah.
least. And he said we got to give him at least 36 months. Now,
Yeah. It's
I
been a
mean, he
while.
didn't he didn't get it. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's true.
But also for Chelsea, I think it was stupid. There must have been some type of fighting in-house that we don't know about. This guy just won the Club World Cup with them.
Yeah.
They're on paper the
Yeah.
best team in the world.
No, this was personal. This was
It
absolutely
had to
personal.
have been.
I think they should bring Jose Mourinho back to manage both Man U and Chelsea. See what's happening there. He's not
That
even
would
on the
be
list. He's not even on the list for either one.
no, he's
Did,
he's coaching in Portugal. He's with
did
Benfica. So
Mourinho fall off in your
eh,
mind?
I
Did he fall
think
off?
I think yes. I think
Yeah,
it's because of the type of players. These guys are younger. These guys are
yeah.
whatever is after millennials. They're just it's harder to motivate them, or maybe not harder, but maybe you just need different tactics. And
Yeah.
Jose, he's older than we are. He doesn't have that. He's
He
not
was
he's not
old.
hip. He's an older gentleman. I just don't think that he has what it takes to anymore to be that type of manager. But I
He's
could
no
be
longer
wrong.
the
Who am
special one.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah, who am I? I'm
You
just
know
a
me. I'm a
guy.
Mourinho guy, and again, and not
Yeah,
because of anything other than he's just the perfect villain
he is
in
absolutely.
footy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he knows how to play the villain, and love that stuff. I love it. I
yeah,
love it. Bring him back. Do it.
yeah.
One of you
I don't.
guys do it.
I don't think it'll happen. I mean, I don't know, Man U. I don't know who it is, who they have now that's the caretaker right now, but they're gonna have to bring in somebody big, and I don't know who that is. Thomas Tuchel is coaching England, so it's not gonna be him. Who else is sitting at home right now that doesn't have a job?
Let's see. I had the list up, and now it's gone. But they're thinking about bringing back Ollie.
Really?
Perhaps,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Southgate.
Oh,
Southgate was on the list.
Southgate. Okay, Southgate does kind of make sense
Yeah.
for Man U. I could see that does kind of make
And then there
sense.
are people who are
So
unemployed at the moment. You have Xavi, who was sacked by Barcelona a while back.
that's true. That is
So
true.
maybe they bring him in. Who knows? I think he's on a short list. And then they're thinking about maybe bringing back some temporary folks before the World Cup, like Tuchel and Pochettino, possibly to come in. But I don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
because
see.
they're still a national team. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see those
Especially if
guys
this
agreeing to
wasn't a World
that.
Cup year, I could see it happening. But
Yeah.
especially for Pochettino, no, you're one of the host countries. I can't see you doing that. And then Thomas Tuchel, England has too much on him, and they've been playing so well. I
Oh
don't think
yeah,
that they would
it,
want
it,
that
it won't happen. There's
transfer or
no
allow it.
way either one of those guys come in and go, yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll take Man U. That sounds like a nightmare
yeah.
for any-
But
for anybody.
listen, you got two perfectly qualified candidates right now talking to you. I'll go to Chelsea. You go to Man U.
Just get with that salary. Just give me 1 month.
Yeah,
1 month.
exactly.
I'll be there for
No,
the. I'll
no.
be there for the. What's it called? The manager spike. There's an expression where like teams win when they get a new manager bump
Oh,
or
the
something.
bump, the
Yeah.
bump, the new
As soon as
manager
the bump
bump.
is over,
Yeah.
then I'll resign. Just
I'll
just for
stay
one
the
month.
whole year. I'll stay, or the rest of the season. I need to stay the rest of the season so I don't have to work again for the rest of my life. And I need to have a crazy contract where if they fire me, they got to pay me millions and millions of dollars. Just like Jose. Jose's getting paid still by like four teams, I think,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
I know. It's crazy.
Yep. And Amarin, same thing. He's gonna be making like 27 million or something like that till 2027,
He's
which
been
is next
waiting.
year,
It
but
always
still.
looked like he's like waiting for them to fire him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just do it. Just do it. I
Yeah.
mean, look at that guy. I mean, he came from I think Sporting, right? And then
Yep.
he was winning. I think he won the league, and he's on top. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
then he goes to the Man U, and it's just you see him like all smiles in the beginning, and then
Yep.
it just goes. And he starts looking more and
Man,
more and more like Eric Ten Hag.
Man, you sucks the life out of people.
Oh,
I mean, ever since Ferguson left, like nobody's been able to hold that job
yeah,
or put that team to where people, the fans, feel they need to be.
yeah.
I don't know. They're
That's a
they're just
behind
not that good
behind behind
anymore.
the scenes thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think we should take a quick breakaroo,
Yes, sir.
and then we
Yep.
should maybe talk about the games of the week that we liked, and
Yes,
then
sir.
talk about the tingles of the
Yes.
next the coming up. I can't even talk anymore. Why do I have a podcast? I can't even say words. But the upcoming games. Let's talk about those guys.
Yeah.
And we're back again.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the second time we showed up in 2026.
Yeah.
Here we are in the same pod. Uh, um, yeah. I mean, going back to like how the year started here. It's kind of funny when the first games of the English Premier League were on January 1st,
Yeah.
and it was a as the British would say a nil for everybody. It was a nil year.
Neil year.
So the year starts up, and I think I watched most of these games. Liverpool leads United 0-0. Sunderland Manchester City 0-0.
Very
And then the
upsetting.
Brentford Tottenham Hotspur 0-0. That's how the there was a Crystal Palace Fulham game which was 1-1, but it was kind of an interesting start of the season. Where you're or not season, but I mean year where
Yeah.
you're excited because everything, we had a little bit of a break, and you had some African Cup of Nations to watch there, which we were talking about this offline, as the kids say.
Yeah.
I have like a BN Lite, so I don't get a lot of the African Cup of Nation games, which I would love to get. There's a funky app I can get, I guess, and watch it, but I haven't been able to get in there. Have
There's
you
been
been
some
have
good
you been
games.
watching? Have you been watching the African Cup of
Listen,
Nations?
there's been some good games. I got a lot of experience with African soccer because I spent a lot of time, jumping countries in Africa. I can't tell you any of the matches like who I've seen like play against each other, but South Africa looks really good. Obviously, Morocco looks really, really good. And even though they're not going to the World Cup, Nigeria looks really good. Who else? Cameroon has looked pretty good. Um, yeah, Osimhen from Napoli. I think where is he playing now? I don't know if he's still in Naples or not, but he's been playing really well. He wears the mask while he plays. He plays for Nigeria. Nigeria just destroyed somebody yesterday, 4-0.
Oof.
Yeah, so this is definitely the business end of the
Yeah.
Africa Cup
I
of
think we're in
Nations.
knockouts now, right? Didn't
We
they? Are
are.
we in round
Yep.
16, or am I crazy?
They're at the quarterfinal now.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh
So
wow,
yeah,
I'm
it's
behind the
gone
times.
fast. It's
Yeah.
gone fast, and it's been pretty good. Haven't had any real weather issues. One crazy story that came out of there though is the government of Gabon, completely dissolved the national team, and they said that Aubameyang, who plays for
I
I
was just
believe
about to ask
Lyon
about
now,
Obama. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they said he can never again play for the national team because
What did he do?
he left prior to the last game and flew back to France to go train with his club team.
But he's
So
he's he's Mr. Gabon. Like his dad was from
yeah,
Gabon, and
yep.
he could have played for the French national team, but he chose to play for Gabon because his dad was sort of a hero, and he wanted
Yep.
to continue that legacy. And they're
That's
not.
gone now.
Wow,
Yes,
they're sensitive over there, huh?
they've completely dissolved the team. So they don't even have a team
Wow,
right now. There's no team
God.
at all. There's nobody representing the
Ugh.
national team at all. No coaches, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He'll
yeah.
be
But
back.
yeah.
But
Hope
that sounds very sensitive just because he left early to go.
Well, and they didn't win any games,
Oh, well,
so
that could do it
that
too.
that kind of does
That's
it.
a little
Yeah,
upsetting. That's a little upsetting.
yeah.
Well, as we
So
know, not one player can carry the entire team, right? So,
well, Mo Salah, he's doing
ah,
pretty well for Egypt
yeah,
down there
yeah,
at the then next they will play whoever's the winner of Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast. Um, that he scored late yesterday in
yep.
their
He
game
did.
against Benin,
It was nice. It was nice
120
seeing.
plus four.
Oh, it was nice seeing Mo Salah smile again.
Yeah,
I was seeing that, and
yeah,
I was telling you like it's the best thing for Egypt right now is a frustrated Mo Salah with everything that's going on with him and Arnie, and
yeah,
Liverpool not playing,
absolutely.
not starting anymore, and all the him being butthurt about all that stuff. So I think that's really a good thing for Egypt.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how that ends. You know what, I'm gonna get that app. I need to start watching this stuff.
And the longer it goes, the longer he'll be away from Liverpool. So the quarterfinal matches that you got Mali against Senegal, which would be another good game.
Mm.
Algeria against Nigeria, that's going to be a really good game. And then Cameroon, Morocco. I mean, I think all the games from now on are going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah.
predicting
I'm watching.
Ivory Coast is going to beat Burkina Faso, and then Egypt will be playing against the Ivory Coast. So. Yeah, oh, it's getting really good. It's getting good. I do love the
I gotta
Africa
get in it.
nations. I just
Yeah.
don't like when they host it. Or I mean, I think it's a geographical thing, so they don't want to be playing in 107 degrees, so they have to do it, this time. And it affects our leagues, Premier League, Bundesliga, doesn't affect the MLS, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
tournament. It's a great
I
tournament.
gotta get in it. I gotta get back in it. When
Yep.
are the next games coming? Oh, we got some games to mañana. Oh no, wait, hold
Yeah.
on.
No, ninth and 10th. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next games are ninth and well, no, tomorrow. No, today actually. Yeah, that's Cote d'Ivoire against Burundi.
Oh, that's right.
I keep wanting to
January
say
6th.
Burundi. It's Burkina Faso. Actually, that game just started 6 minutes ago,
Yeah.
actually.
Algeria
Yep.
beat Congo,
Yep.
DR.
Yep.
Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire.
It's been
Yeah. I don't know.
it's been
I gotta
great.
get in it. I gotta get in it, Rob. I gotta get in it.
Yep.
I'm gonna get that app. I'm gonna do it.
Gotta do
I'm
it.
gonna stop talking about it, and I'm just gonna get the app.
Just do it.
I think it's like $4 a month, and I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
too lazy to do the face. What do you call when you buy something, and it does the facial recognition thing?
Yeah.
That's too much for me to
Look
double
at your
click on my
phone.
phone. Just too much. I can't handle it. Can't handle it.
Oh man.
I do want to talk about the Liverpool game that happened this past weekend.
Mhm.
It was unbelievable. It wasn't up there with my favorite game of all time because it didn't end the way that I liked for it to end. Liverpool, I still again think is playing a little on the iffy side, and I think there's still a little bit of how do I play this team and who should be playing kind
Yeah.
of situation. Isak had just got injured. He scored in his last game. It was amazing. It was so exciting. It was the game where like Ikitike and Isak scored in the same game, and you're like, yes, we got this. We're
Yeah.
back. But unfortunately, Isak like broke his leg right off. Like it was like
Oh,
he
you hate to
scored, and
see
then
it.
like the
You
way that
hate
he
to
got
see it.
tackled. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
Well, his legs are like like toothpicks. They're
Yeah.
but like, yeah, that sucked. That was very upsetting. And then now you have Ikitike, who had like I think a hamstring issue in training or something, and
Mm.
didn't play in his last game. So those are all very concerning stuff. But Fulham, it ended 2-2 with Fulham drawing first blood in the 17th minute. A little worrying right away, and I'm like, ugh. This sucks, but I thought maybe we'll get a goal in. It went the entire first half 1-0 with Fulham. What did Arnie say? What did Arnie say in the dressing room? We don't know. But
He said
Wirtz is
something.
stepping up. In the 57th minute, he scores, ties it up 1-1.
Oh yeah.
This is
And
two. I want to say
Press
two
has
or
been
three games
praising
in a
him.
row where he's actually getting. And it was a really nice goal. Like
Yeah.
it was very controlled. Defender was right on him, but it was one of those little
Yeah.
pop to the right over around the goalie kind of goal.
And I'm
I was
telling
very
you,
impressed.
that's how he is.
Yeah.
Like watching him in the Bundesliga, making Stuttgart look stupid. He's that guy. I guess it maybe just took him 6 months or however long to integrate into the team, or maybe it took Mo Salah not being there. Who knows? But he is that type of player. He's going to score so many more goals like that.
I hope
His
so.
presence like on the edge of the box is ridiculous. You'll see it. His ball control is really good.
Yeah, I
So
think he's getting more comfortable. I really do, and not just the goals that he's gotten in the last couple of games, but if you watch him, he's so fast and
yep.
he passes really fast. Like you can't even like, and he's got a good eye where the ball needs to go. He creates these these passing lanes that are quite interesting. But again, he's so fast and his
Yeah.
and just his it's like he knows, and this every player is like this, but like he knows exactly where the ball is going to go when he gets the ball.
Yep.
I've been more and more impressed. I was sort of falling into the whole, with the internet, like who's this guy? He sucks, and he's not up to speed for the English Premier League. I think he's catching up now, and I
Oh
think you
yeah.
can see that. And I think he's going to be a force for Liverpool, but. We're still having issues hitting the back of the net. So Verts ties it up in the 57th minute. Great goal. Second half goes on and on and on. I don't want to say that. I think Liverpool had most of the possession. Maybe you have your amazing chart up that has all the red in there. Maybe
Oh,
not.
the momentum
But
chart.
to put you on the spot, pull up the chart, Rob.
The
There
red
it is.
there
There it
for
is.
the
Yeah.
momentum.
So I
Yeah.
was
Oh
gonna
yeah.
say like they had maybe a little bit more of the possession, but they didn't have
Yeah.
all of it. It was pretty equal the whole game.
58-42. Yeah.
Yeah, Fulham were looking really sharp, and they had some really good chances on us. And so again, I wasn't convinced the whole time.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to end with a 1-1 draw. And then Gakpo, my hero, he gets brought in. In I think it's like 4 minutes in stoppage, scores, and
90
I'm
plus
I'm
extra
freaking
time.
out. We got it. We got the points. 3 points. We're getting there. Arsenal, look out. City, we're right behind you. Creeping. We're creeping.
Yep.
And then I want to say less than 2 minutes in extra time still. Like you really did think, like I think even the commentator, like, for when Gakpo scored was like, and he won it for Liverpool. I'm not kidding. Like everybody, like this is it. We won it
Yeah.
2-1, and then Reed for Fulham, not 2 minutes later, equalizes in extra time.
Yeah.
Must be amazing for the Fulham fans. Good for
Yeah.
you, Fulham fans. It was at home. The stadium erupted. It was insane. They stole the points. I call it stealing the points.
It is stealing points that late. Yeah. Yeah.
And the game ends in a draw. Incredible game. Again, if you're a neutral, this was if you haven't watch it in full. Don't just watch the highlights. It was incredible. If you're a Liverpool fan, that really did suck. If you're a Fulham, you're flying at this time.
Yeah, I just looked for match day 19 and 20 in the Premier League. There were 12 draws. That's insane.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's crazy. That is wild. Yeah, I mean, I like Gakpo. There's something about him. I don't know. When I watched him play for the Netherlands, I don't know. He's one of those players that's like, I don't know. He's always there. I don't know. He might necessarily contribute to a goal. He may not necessarily score a goal, but he's a vital part to the way that the team moves. Where Liverpool is well past the days where they had those crazy three up front with Magne, Firmino, and Mo Salah,
Yeah.
and now they just got to move in and make the guys that they have now comfortable. I still don't think Mo Salah's coming back. I think when he left Liverpool to go report
You don't think
to
he's going back to the squad?
I don't because the window's open now. And it'll close on the 31st. I don't think he's coming back. I don't know where he's going to go. It probably Saudi Arabia, but I don't think he's going to come back to Liverpool. I really don't.
Oh man.
Especially if his team wins the AFCON. I don't think that he's coming back. No,
Yeah.
even if they lose, I don't think he's coming back. I think whatever happened with him and Slot, I think that it's too much.
It's too
So
much.
I
Well,
think
it's
it's too
funny because I
much.
think he's, the more and more I think about it, I think he's being a big baby. Like I think, I think a coach can do whatever the hell they want. I think, if they decide that this is the best for the team, I think it's fine. And like he benched him for like 3 games or something, and then he just, he did the whole media storm, and
Yeah,
I don't know. Stop being a big baby. So come back, play the game. He should be starting. He should be starting. Yes, he
he
should be
should be
starting.
starting. Yeah,
But we don't. We already have. We already have Ronaldo. the diva. You don't need you don't we don't need a second one, Mo. But Mo's for me is going to go down as the legend. I'm going to be following Mo throughout his the rest of his career. I think he is coming back, but I think it's going to be more of the same. I think it's going to be some drama there. Maybe it won't last the rest of the season, but
Yeah.
I think he'll come back initially. I do.
I think with so Isak, it says he's out until late April. That's basically the rest of the
Ugh,
season. And then
ugh,
Ikatike, he's out till early February,
ugh.
which that can mean the first half of February, that can mean the first day of February. But Isak has a broken leg and a hamstring for
Ugh.
Ikatike. So maybe Salah does come back and then he would
Yeah.
start because I guess
Yeah.
those two would be preventing him from starting. I'm not
Yeah.
sure exactly where they've been playing, but I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know.
I think he will. I
Maybe.
think for those reasons, like you said, uh, he will come back and maybe he will start. But you're
Yeah.
right. You have no idea. Gakpo. Going back to Gakpo, he reminds me a lot of Nunez, where he could be
Yeah.
hit or miss. I think he tries really hard. I think he has brilliant moments with the goals that he does get in, but there's a lot of hit or miss. He
Yeah.
should have gotten that one in kind of just off the post or just to the left. Just again, it
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of Nunez, where it's high energy. Forward runs, and
Yeah.
then tries some wackadoo thing, tries to get it in, but just doesn't. Just can't. But he almost sealed the deal in that game. It was quite exciting.
I
Quite
mean, he's got 5 goals
exciting.
on the season too. So
Ugh, ugh,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. A lot of season left to go.
this is true.
Um, yeah, the tingles. Give me your tingles of the week, Rob. Come on.
So we are in the dying stages of the German Winterpause, as they call it, the winter
Oh,
break.
that's good.
Um,
That's good.
yeah, Stuttgart played yesterday. It was a friendly. I don't even know if they allowed fans into it. It wasn't at the normal stadium. So obviously my tingle match. My top one, I should say, is on Saturday. We're on the road playing against Leverkusen, who it's a team that we haven't beaten in a long time. When they had that never losing season, we almost beat them. If it wasn't for the 12th player on the field, the referee that gave them, so it was supposed to be 3 minutes of added time. Somehow they ended up getting like 7 minutes extra and they scored and we tied and it was a pain in the ass. So that is one of my tingle matches that I have on there for the Bundesliga. Now, these other ones are it's just because I'm a fan. So I got Newcastle versus Leeds. This is I don't know. To me, it's like a big match. It's like Sunderland versus Newcastle. It's like they're all up north. These teams both have their little documentaries, one on Netflix, one on Amazon. So I've just watched a lot. The people are gritty. They're building ships and whatever. And I just want to see it's going to be cold up there. Plus, Baltimore's playing. So I'm definitely going to be checking that one out. This is another one, which is crazy. It's gonna be hard for me to find. My pirate friends might help me out a little bit, but you got the second Paris derby in I think like 10 days. You got Paris Saint-Germain hosting Paris FC. So Paris FC,
Oh,
for those of you that don't know,
Paris will be
they
on
were
fire.
they were down in like the lower levels of French football. They were in the second league for a really long time until they were bought by the guy that owns Louis Vuitton. Now they're sponsored by, I think, Red Bull,
Oh,
and they just have a whole bunch of money. I think in Europe, this might be the closest derby. Their stadiums are only 44 meters apart.
oh
They're basically
wow.
right across the street from
Oh
each other.
wow. Yeah.
They played each other like I think 10 days ago, something like that. PSG won 2-1. This is in the French Cup. This is a match that I will definitely be watching because the last game was pretty close, and I'm looking forward to watching this one. I love when these derby matches happen because another team came up from down in the lower leagues, and I'm definitely gonna watch that one. It's on the same day as another match that I'm gonna watch. I think they might be at the same time, and I'm sure you're probably gonna bring this one up too. Liverpool versus Barnsley in the FA Cup.
FA
Now,
Cup, baby. Yeah.
now the reason that I want to watch this game is because A, I want to see them destroy Barnsley. But if they don't, and Barnsley finds a way to win this, which I don't think they will. I really don't think they will. But
Stranger
this will be the
things have
first.
happened. Yeah.
This will be my first FA Cup match that I'm watching in this campaign, just because, a lot of times I don't have the time to watch FA
Yeah.
Cup. So yes,
Make the
yep.
time, Rob. Make the
Oh,
time.
I definitely will.
Quit
Definitely will.
everything. Make footy
Yep.
your life.
Yep. Well, this will be on later for me, so I'll have time to go to the gym, come home, and watch this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some
Yeah.
good tingles.
Oh
I
yeah.
got the tingles thinking of the tingles. For me, I would say the biggest one of the week. I would say the game of the week is
Oh
Arsenal
yeah.
Liverpool, 12 p.m. PST on Wednesday, the 8th. That's gonna be a big one. Because I think that could be a tell all. If Arsenal take the cake, they win this one and they do it in like they kill Liverpool and that
Yeah.
I think that is the message. This year is our year, or this season's our season. So
Yeah.
I'm curious how that kind of turns out. And for the reasons we just discussed, with all the injuries in Liverpool, Mo being gone, Gakpo's the guy right now,
Yeah.
and Vert's stepping up. Let's. I'm curious to how this whole thing plays out. But I will be taking a long lunch then, and I'll be watching that. And luckily, I don't have to be in the office on that day, so this will be a nice little long lunch to. I will be at the edge of my seat. The TV might be,
Right
to,
there.
to my to my face, yeah, to my nose. So I would say that is the number one game this week, and I love the FA Cup. I really do. Whether Liverpool are playing or not, I love the whole idea of the tournament of
Yeah.
scrappy, possibly being the big guys. We've seen it before. We've seen Man U get clobbered by like Plymouth or something, like they get, there are cases, and I've seen it where the big guys bite it. So I am curious, like
Oh
how,
yeah.
like Arnie will probably play, he'll probably start with like a Chise, maybe like a Rio will play, like he'll
Yeah.
play, some of these other guys that we don't often see who would come in at, at the end of games sometimes. So that'll be it'll be curious. It'll be curious to see how it goes. Those are really my tingles of the week. I know there's a lot of competitions coming up. I think if you go into the next week, there's some pretty big games, but it gets into our next pod, and we don't want to
Yeah. This is
double up
true.
on one of
No,
in the
we
same pod
don't.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be at the edge of my seat on that one. So, oh yeah, I'm nervous talking
And
about it actually.
And in addition to those, we still got those Africa Cup of Nations matches. I mean, there's just a lot. I'm excited because the Bundesliga is coming back.
Yeah.
My wife's not so much because, yeah, you know how it
This
is. That,
Bundesliga Rob is back. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, for
yep,
you,
crazy.
it's like for us here, like all of the MLS games, USL games are in the evenings here.
Yeah.
So and that's the case, right? For
Uh,
you, or most of the time, like late
so
afternoons, evenings.
they do it kind of weird. So they call it the top spiel or the top game.
Yeah.
That's like the late game on Saturday. So that one will be at 6:30. It's the only one that's on. Everybody else will play at like 3:30 in the afternoon,
Oh,
which is pretty nice.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of late afternoon, but I gotta look to see when the Stuttgart game is going to be because I didn't look to see. I just assumed that I was going to be here. Oh, it's the late game. Yeah, it's at 6:30.
Yeah.
Perfect against
Yeah.
Leverkusen. So it's a top spiel. Yeah, that's great. Hopefully
Well, I was
we can
gonna.
beat them. We have
Yeah.
not beat Leverkusen in a long time. I mean, it's been a long, long time since we beat them. So I'm hoping
They're pretty up there on the. Are they third in the
they're
table?
third.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're sitting in sixth. So hopefully we can get these 3 points. Their team is not as good as it was. Verts is gone. Frimpong's gone. There's just a whole lot of play. Boniface
We
is
nabbed them
gone.
both. We nabbed them
Yeah,
both. Yeah.
and Xavi Alonso is, he's down in Real Madrid. So
Yep.
hopefully
Yep.
we can do something. I think they're on their second coach of the season already.
Yep.
Yeah, let's.
And Xavi's on thin ice, I think, because he's not
He is,
winning. He's.
which is crazy. I would love to have that problem.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah,
what kind of club do you have to be if you're at second? Like, Arteta wouldn't get a chance, and if he was running Real, right? Because he's been
yeah,
second on the table for like the last
yep,
5 6 seasons. So yeah. Ugh,
yeah.
ugh,
It's crazy. But
yeah.
but speaking of Spain, actually, there is the Supercopa de España.
Oh
So the
yes.
semifinals, even though there's only four teams that are in it, you got Barcelona playing Athletic Club on Wednesday, tomorrow. And on Thursday, you got Atletico Madrid playing Real Madrid. I think these games are all in Saudi, I think, Saudi Arabia. So everybody obviously is hoping for a Barcelona Real Madrid final, which it probably will be. But the Super Copa doesn't really mean anything. They
Yep.
take like the two finalists from the Copa del Rey and the top two teams from the league, and then they put them in this thing. Nobody cares.
Yeah. I was
It's
gonna
a
add.
money thing.
I was gonna add because that's tomorrow for the Real game. I was gonna add that as my. No, actually, it's Barcelona
It's
tomorrow,
Thursday.
and
Yeah.
then Thursday for the Atletico. But I'm gonna be too nervous about the Liverpool game on that one,
Yeah.
so I didn't add it as my tingles. But I would absolutely I'll have it on. But then I'm gonna
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
flip the channel. I'm gonna change the channel to the Reds. That's what I'll
Yeah.
do that day. Ugh.
That-
Yeah, you're right. A lot of footy. A lot of too
Gotta
much.
love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yeah, no,
Like
you're absolutely right.
seriously, I'm really excited
Yeah.
about the Bundesliga coming
Yeah,
back.
no, I bet. Yeah,
Not
I know
having
that feeling.
games.
I know the feeling when
Yeah.
the season's finally coming back. It's like your life is back to normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel a little off, and then when it comes back, you're like, this is me. I'm me again. Like
Oh yeah.
yeah, you're complete. You're complete, Rob.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep. And if we get this win against Leverkusen, oh man, man,
I'll
I don't
root
know.
for you.
It's gonna make me feel. I'm just gonna be happy because
Yeah,
we'll probably move up to like at least fourth. It'd be great. It would just be great because we haven't beat them in so long. They've just always like stolen points from us, mainly because of the referees. But I just want to beat them, and we're
yeah.
playing
It's
at
gonna
their
happen.
place. Yeah, I just want to beat them.
3-1 Stuttgart. You heard it from me.
Let's hope.
You
Man,
heard
I
it from
hope
me.
so.
You
I
heard it
hope
from
so.
me. Remember it. Remember it.
I will, and we'll bring it up on here.
Yeah.
You can roll it back next week.
Oh, I like that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think I would say episode 7 is in the bag. What do you say, Rob?
Yes, I'm not going to make any predictions about Liverpool.
Don't do it.
Um, let me throw in this though. I've been sending you messages about how I've been betting on Wolverhampton
Yeah.
Wanderers.
Still haven't won a game.
No, they have.
Oh,
They,
what?
yes, they beat West
Have I
Ham
been so busy that I
3-0.
completely missed it?
Oh yeah, they beat West Ham 3-0, and I did not put anything on that game, and they beat them. So they got their first win of the season. Yeah.
Man, I gotta. You know what? It's not nice that work is so busy that I'm falling off in the footy worlds that really do make it my life. God damn, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go find those highlights. God.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
They
I
scored three
went on
goals.
an assumption was it's just kind of
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, when I
I
saw that, I was pretty upset.
when I record or when I start editing the pod today, I'm gonna have to get my cut out the yell that I just did directly into the mic so people's brains don't explode when they're listening to this at home.
They'll crash their car. Ah! Oh yeah, but
could happen.
congratulations to them. They finally got a win, and I mean they're still going to get relegated, but
Yeah.
it's good to get a win
Yeah.
finally in January.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I
Yeah.
can't believe because I was seriously watching every Wolves game, and I'm like, I want to be there. I want to see it when it happens, and I
Yeah.
missed it. Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh.
Can you imagine their fans how happy they were?
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm sure they were ecstatic.
I mean, they're still going to relegate.
Yeah, they are, of course, but
I'm sorry.
but
I'm
to
sorry.
get a win's a win,
Yeah.
and they got it at home.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's what I wish for. I said if they win, I hope it's at home because the fans are going to go insane to finally get that W. Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I've been following them because I think the record is by I think it was Derby County. They only scored 11 or only got 11 points in a season in the Premier League, and right now Wolves is sitting at 6, and we're in January.
Yeah.
So I don't. It doesn't look too good for them. They got Everton next.
Yeah. Maybe this will
And,
be their streak. Maybe they'll win every game from here on. And get out of the relegation zone. We'll see.
Oh, that would be wild.
Yeah.
There's gonna have to be some catastrophic failures.
I
for
liked
that to happen.
Wolves. I liked having. They've been in the. I want to say they've been in the league for a while, right?
Yeah,
For English
I
Premier.
think they
I don't have the
have.
numbers, but it's been in the 5, 6, 7 season zone, 8 zone, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like was Diego Costa came back.
Oh man, that's a name I
Jota
haven't heard in a while.
rest in peace was I remember thinking that guy was awesome on Wolves. And
Yeah.
that was before he popped over to Liverpool, so that's has to be at least seven seasons or so.
Yeah.
Or more.
I'm trying to find it. My
I don't
app's
know.
not cooperating.
Somebody's listening to this and yelling
They're
at
like,
us.
what do you guys do?
They know the answer. We know nothing.
But feel free to hit us up on our socials. Email us. Yeah. Let us know what we got wrong.
Yeah. You can email us,
that.
right? At soccerholicspodcast@gmail.com.
Yep. We are
right. Old
that.
School. Send us a nice little letter.
Oh yeah.
All right. No AI. Just send us. You come up with it and you tell us how we're doing. All right. Yep. And hit us up on Instagram. We haven't done Facebook yet. We're waiting.
Yeah,
let's get some numbers and then we'll hop over to the Facebook side. Get the grandmas and the grandpas listening.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Rob. Always good seeing you, and we'll I'll see you next week on episode 8.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Yes, you will. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully after a big Stuttgart win. So
yes.
We'll see. All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we hope your teams win unless they're playing ours. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Hey there, soccer fans. If you liked today's episode, what should they do, Rob? What should they do?
If you like listening to us and you're a soccerholic, we're available on all podcast platforms and apps. Leave us a review, leave us a like, leave a comment on Apple Podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about us. The more people we got listening, the greater the podcast can be.
Do it, because we don't have any friends, okay? So you do it.